Shit. That should be calm now. Yeah, that should be alright. Alright, cool. So, you seen the title of the video, which is basically about what I'm saying. Looksmaxxing is ruining young men, and I'm gonna just say, well, let's get started with it. The thing is about it is that I'm not gonna lie. The reason I'm saying why Looksmaxxing is ruining young men is mostly to do with the fact that how many people are looking at the extreme sense of Looksmaxxing. I'm not talking about the basic ones, which is simply improving your skincare or skincare, hygiene, your oral health, which is your teeth, um, improving your diet, going to the gym, getting into good shape, getting enough sleep, taking care of your overall health. Because when you take care of if you take care of your overall health, you will improve how you look physically. That's just how it goes. It follows each other. The thing I'm talking about is when people getting like the surgery, or people taking peptides, or taking steroids, that kind of stuff. Stuff which you see like any of those kind of streamers that are coming out and saying they're on doing those kind of things. That's the kind of Looksmaxxing that's ruining young men. The fact of the matter is that, first of all, Looksmaxxing has always been there. It's never been anything that's been new. It's always been there. It's been there for years, quite frankly, if I'm being real. It's always just been a form of self-improvement. But when it comes down to going to the extreme sense of it, it definitely ruins your perception of how far you want of self-improvement. Because quite frankly, self-improvement is more than just, firstly, it's more than just improving yourself physically. Self-improvement also applies to improving yourself mentally, spiritually, emotionally, and financially. Those are all self-improvements. It's not just only your looks. Because what does it matter if you're good looking if you're still broken or homeless? Let's just keep it real. It don't matter. So, case in point. Another thing to mention why I say is ruining young men is the fact of the constant search for validation. That's one thing I've noticed constantly on social media, which is why I stay off it. Well, that, and also I'm working, I got a job, so yeah, I have to focus on that. Yes, I got a job. I ain't know any of those influencers. Listen, bro, I can't even afford that kind of shit, man. I have to work for a living. So yeah, that's how it goes. But that's what I was talking about. It's really just comes down to the seeking of validation. Like, if you're constantly seeking validation all the time, you're never gonna be satisfied. So you're always gonna constantly look into improving yourself in this part and this part and this part. Which, quite frankly, let's be real, you're not gonna improve in every single aspect. There's some things which are just completely outside your own control, which is either your height, your face. If I'm being honest, your face is outside your control, and your dingling. I'm gonna be honest, that too. Like, those things are outside your control. You can't do much or do anything to do it. And doing any kind of anything and getting any of these kind of accessories and all that kind of stuff to improve that or even lead to it becoming better, it's like, nah, man. It's just, it doesn't help you at all. It doesn't help your self-esteem, doesn't help your self-confidence, doesn't help you whatsoever, because you're now constantly looking at improving yourself all the way. And listen, you're going to improve you. Of course, improving yourself is good, but improving yourself is more the fact that you improve yourself to a certain level in one aspect, and then you choose to improve yourself in another aspect. It's just how it goes. That's the real way to self-improvement. And if anyone was actually going to be thinking about Looksmaxxing in terms of just like simply just diet, exercise, and being consistent with it, no one would be talking about this in the first place. At the end of the day, this would just be something people would just we deal with and have to accept. It's just how it goes. You don't focus on your height or anything like that. Like, fuck, it's just something you can't control anyway. Another thing I want to mention, yeah, is this video I just made. It was basically about Looksmaxxing isn't what makes a man. And one guy commented, and what stood out to me is that he said there's this. He said there's this. It isn't what makes a man, it's what makes a man feel loved. My guy, if you really be thinking just having looks have anything to do with feeling love, you don't know nothing about love, bro. Because let me tell you this, love is not judged by looks. Love is judged by circumstances. And it really comes down to this. If a woman loves you, or sticks with you, quite frankly, at your lowest point, mentally, physically, financially, and emotionally, trust me, that's a real genuine love there. But if you're just basing it on just you thinking it's just looks alone, that's not love, bro. That's lust. Completely different. And see, this is what I'm talking about. When I'm seeing comments like that, it's like, see, that guy don't even know what he's talking about. He's saying about experiencing love, and I'm just thinking that doesn't apply whatsoever. There's people that are average looking, trust me, that can still find the love of their life. It happens. It is out there in the world. You just don't go outside enough. That's just the truth, my friend. That's just how it goes. But don't be just be deluding and just be thinking people ain't finding love out there. Trust me, they are. You just ain't. That's just how it is. But you have to put yourself out there. Otherwise, you are not gonna find what you're looking for. And yeah, that's just how it is. But in conclusion, though, my main take wasn't to bash Looksmaxxing, but I will say yes, it is ruining young men. Not because of the basics in terms of the self improvement of skincare and etc., but more so the fact of how people are getting surgery and again at a young age, putting their life and health at risk simply to look better. And I do not want any one of you young ones to look at any of that whatsoever. That is what I wanted to say. So after all of that, I just have to say thank you for listening. I mean, I appreciate it. And if you made it to the end and you didn't click off, so I appreciate that a lot. And just do me a favor and just drop a like, comment, subscribe, and share it to anyone who might need this, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's what I just have to say. What I have to say is peace. Be with you soon.